The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary Related Entertainment.
Aloha and welcome to Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where you'll find us talking story with Maui's nonprofit executive directors and staff to find out how they're working to support the needs within our community. Maui Nonprofit Notes is generously sponsored by Pacific Source. If you're building or remodeling a home, please stop by Pacific Source's Cabinet and Appliance Showroom located in the Waikapu Bayshard. I'm Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host for Maui Nonprofit Notes. During this hour, we share some of the experiences of our nonprofit agencies and just how they're changing lives, changing communities, and creating miracles of hope for those with needs. Today we've taken a little different twist on our usual shows. We've got Maui United Way, who is the fiscal agent for this upcoming program called Maui Tropic Care 2018. And so they said, hey, we want to give our spot to the folks who are doing this program. And so here they are. We've got Lynn Araki Regan, who is the Chief of Staff, Mayor Arakawa's office, who's going to be leading the team and introducing her teammates here and talking story about what's coming up.
Thank you, Susie. I appreciate your having us come over here to Kauai to talk about Tropic Care 2018. With me this afternoon are Joe Pontanilla, also from the County of Maui, and from the State Department of Health, we have Kalani Holokai. The two of them have been very instrumental in allowing Tropic Care 2018 to take place. It's coming up very quickly, August 11th through the 19th, in 6 different districts throughout Maui County. We are so excited about this.
Covering the territory.
Yes. For those of you who aren't aware of what Tropic Care is about, it's basically medical, vision, as well as dental services that are provided by the military at no cost to the community. It's open to the public on a first-come, first-served basis from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pretty much, throughout the day, from August 11th through the 19th, 9 days, in various locations throughout Maui County. And to tell us more about the details and about the program itself, I'm thrilled to have with me Joe and Kalani.
Somebody jump in. Who's got? If you miss something, the other one's got to pick it up, right?
Yeah.
That's how this works.
As we were talking earlier, back in 2013, we had 3 months to plan Tropic Care 2013.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, me too. All of a sudden.
You were in charge of that one, right?
And with the help of the Department of Health, we couldn't pull it off at the time. But we learned a lot from the last one. And this time around, since we had a year to plan, all of the so-called deficiencies in trying to get approvals, because the last time we just ran through 3 months. But this time around, we had proper planning. Thanks to our leadership, Lynn. She worked hard. Let me tell you, she worked hard.
Yeah.
And continued to work hard.
It's a real collective effort. Kalani, thank you so much. Mark Nishimoto from State Department of Health. And the various partners that we have besides the county and state. Maui United Way, as you mentioned, Susie, is definitely our partner, as well as Maui Economic Opportunity. Thanks to Debbie Kabibi, Gay,
buses,
for helping
right?
out. Yes, yes.
So the folks who normally use the Maui bus, or not Maui bus, but the MEO buses for services, can make reservations to go to a site, right?
Well, they're actually transporting the military.
Right. Oh,
from
the
place
military.
to place.
Oh, not people.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, so
not the residents.
So for those who want to go to any of the sites to receive services, which we'll announce very shortly, they'll have to take the bus or somehow catch a ride to get to those various locations. But we also wanted to thank Coalition for a Drug-Free Lanai as well. They've been a partner as well, and they're helping to make this happen on Lanai.
So how many folks are coming to town to do this?
We have more than 350 military personnel, soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines that will be arriving on Maui in a couple weeks.
So this is actually a training session for them?
Yes, yes.
It's like on the job training.
Yeah, like over here, the Army Reserve, the National Guard, on a yearly basis, they send their troops for training. It's similar to that, a 2-week training.
Interesting. Now they doing the same kind of thing to somewhere else, or whatever,
yeah.
specially.
The ones that come in here are more the medical team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Yeah, so that 2-week training, they sign up for that 2-week training anywhere. I mean, it's just a matter of their availability and approval to get there. So these 350 or so people have signed up. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to Maui, right?
right.
I mean, it's a medical mission, but why not do it in Maui? So they've signed up for this. Some of them, this will be the maybe towards the end of their career, and they have to get so many, merits or points. They have to fulfill an obligation to do these 2-week drills, or what the National Guard we would know as a drill, right?
So, in terms of the types of services, I mean, they're providing an array of services. Medical exams, like physical exams, sports physicals for kids, blood pressure, diabetes screenings, dental exams. If you need a tooth extracted, they'll do so at no charge. Dental fillings, vision checks. They'll provide prescriptions if you need glasses, as well as fabricated eyeglasses. They'll be providing.
Wow.
And at 6 different locations throughout Maui County. I think that's so amazing. At no charge
It is. It truly is.
to our people.
Now, on Molokai and Lanai, we won't be able to do fabricated glasses, but we'll have, on Lanai, we're working with Project Vision to provide some reading glasses, and they'll still give prescriptions, so the prescription is free. I mean, and the cost of an eye exam and a prescription is at least $80. That's if you have insurance, but that's your portion, it's still $80.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is no cost.
So if we could maybe mention the different sites. So in Central Maui, the site will be at the University of Hawaii, Maui College, in Hale Buildings 216 to 221. In Kihei, it's going to be at the St. Teresa's Roman Catholic Church. At Lahaina, it's going to be at Waiola Church. Hana, it's going to be at the old Hana School Cafeteria on Uakea Road in Hana.
That's the one down by the ball field?
By the
Right.
ball field.
Yeah.
Across.
Molokai at the Mitchell Paole Center. And Lanai, the county gymnasium on Fraser Avenue. And, you don't need an ID. You don't need proof of any insurance. You don't even need proof of residency. So people can come on a first-come, first-served basis. No appointment is necessary. The only thing we're looking for right now, and we will need people to sign up, are volunteers.
Whoa, okay.
No medical experience, no training necessary. It's just people with a friendly face who want to welcome people from the public to receive these services. We just need people providing support help to the military. And we have a sign up online, so people can sign up in all 6 districts.
Are you looking for like 4-hour shifts?
Yes,
or?
4-hour shifts.
Right.
Okay.
They do have to be 18 years
Yes, 18
old.
years old.
Okay.
And have some kind of affiliation with an agency or nonprofit group or a club of some sort. So that, 1, we know they have some experience.
Ah.
2, we're letting them kind of be in our community and watching out for other people. So we have to know that we can trust them to do that.
Gotcha. What? How many people are you looking for?
We need, looking at the sign up today, we need like 700, at least 700 more people.
Oh my goodness!
It's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
But it is a 10 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's 10 days.
Now people can volunteer. I mean, if they want to take the week and work 4 hours every morning, they
sure.
can do that, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
We have a variety of positions. They're all pretty much, easy to do. We have this description of each volunteer position online. So anyone and everyone is encouraged to visit our site at mauicounty.gov/Tropicare. TROPICCARE.
2 C's?
Yep. Tropicare.
Okay. Interesting. So that's what we got almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Seems like a lot, but it's not, is it?
No.
Well, and some people may volunteer for more than one shift. So,
And it's possible. I mean, if you're short, it's possible somebody comes down and helps out on that first what is it, Saturday?
Yep.
yes.
starts
On
on
election day, by the way.
Oh, election! Oh my goodness! They volunteer for a few hours on that day,
Yep.
and they go, "Hey, that was pretty fun. There's a lot of interesting
And
because
they might come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
they can sign up then
Yeah.
right on the spot. I think you probably would meet a lot of interesting people doing this.
Extremely interesting people. Yeah, I mean, it's a great experience. It's a great way of giving back, and we'll have some refreshments. We'll be providing T-shirts for volunteers. So it's a great way to
T-shirts
Pay it
always
forward.
get them. T-shirts always get them. Yeah.
Have
We're
T-shirt with
working on it.
volunteer.
So okay, but everybody. I mean, they don't have to prove they live on Maui,
Correct.
but we hope that they do.
Yes.
They don't have to prove that they don't have insurance or they're getting not food stamps anymore, whatever it's called.
It's not income based.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Just walk in and
Nothing.
and if you've been afraid, this is really strange, but one guy in our business at Lokahi, we have all kinds of people that don't want to tell certain things about themselves because it's kind of shame, So they don't want to go see a certain doctor about it because they're pretty sure they have it, but they can go here and
Yeah.
it's on the
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. They can go.
Yeah, so even the military won't even be keeping records.
No names are involved.
No names
No
are
names,
involved.
yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting thought. And I think before the show, Joe, we were talking about people who maybe went 5 years ago, and didn't follow through on what they were told they should do or something. They can come back and see if it's progressed or cleared up or whatever the case might be.
Yeah, just to elaborate, the last time they were here, we had a lot of people went to vision testing. And at the county building on the 9th floor, we do have glasses that were, prescribed for individuals who, either they forgot or never picked it up. Hopefully they show up this time around.
And still
Checking
can use
eyes.
the same lenses.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, when we're talking actual prescription lenses are done for people, and that's why it's only available here because
yeah.
we've got the labs here that can
Right.
do them overnight, 2 days, whatever.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other islands don't have that service available.
Yeah, so the military is bringing a team of fabricators. So they'll be, making lens the entire
Really?
time that they're here. That's what they're here for. And in fact, they're even bringing over a few extra runners, they call them, to help take lens back and forth and, pick up prescriptions from the different sites.
They think of everything, don't they? They've been doing this a
Yeah,
while.
they do. And the frames of the glasses are not what it used to be,
Yeah.
the thick, dark
Very
glasses.
contemporary
Yeah.
looking frames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Nice
fit right
ones.
in. Great.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in Central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we are back. This is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story with our Maui Nonprofit executive directors and staff to find out what's happening in their world. And we've got something coming to town. That sounds like a ominous thing. We've got Tropic Care coming, and we've been talking with Lynn and with Kalani and with Joe to find out what this is all about. And so if you missed anything in the first 20 minutes, let's give them a quick rundown. Let's give them the scratch sheet notes here.
Yes, so no-cost health care will be provided at no charge, obviously, by the military as part of their an innovative readiness training. So they'll be here on August 11th through 19th in 6 different locations. Specifically University of Hawaii Maui campus in Kahaloi, St. Teresa's Roman Catholic Church in Kihei, Waiola Church in Lahaina, Hana Community Center or Old Hana Hana School Cafeteria, at Mitchell Paole Center in Kaunakakai, Molokai, as well as Lanai Gymnasium, the county gymnasium on Fraser Avenue. They're going to be here at no charge from 8 a.m. to pretty much 4 p.m., 9 days from August 11th through the 19th. And no ID, no proof of insurance, no proof of residency is required. Come one, come all. Everyone is eligible to receive these no-cost services on a first-come, first-served basis. We are thrilled.
This is great. Now, the services that's being provided, Kalani, you want to fill that in?
Sure. The military is going to provide dental services, so extractions, fillings, and exam, of course. And then they will also provide a vision check with prescription, and in some locations, fabricated glasses. And we are working with Project Vision to provide some readers on the island of Lanai and hopefully Molokai. And then physical exams. So some students may not have had a chance to get their physicals done for sports, so that would be a great time to come and get that done.
Oh, right. School's already in session, isn't
Correct,
it, Dan?
right.
Pretty soon.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem possible. It just summer
I know,
just started.
it's gone by so quickly.
Oh, but that's true. So the sports physicals, blood pressure, and other disease screenings.
Yep. And you know, just to be fair, just to give an opportunity for as many people to receive the various no-cost services, we're encouraging people to if they're in line and there's a long line of people, you know, it's one service per person per day.
Right.
Otherwise, we don't want one person, you know, taking up all of these various professionals' time, like receiving medical exams, getting 5 teeth extracted, and, you know, expecting a vision check and glasses on one day, you know, and consuming everyone's time. So just to be fair and just to allow as many people to receive no-cost services on any given day, we encourage people to receive one service a day.
Given that we did this 5 years ago, is there some consistency as to, you know, try to get there at 8 o'clock, be the first one in line, or is it kind of slow down at 10:30 in the morning? Or is it just pretty much once that line starts building, it just keeps building?
Yeah, once that line, start building, it keeps on building.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story of Tropicare 2013. We talk about extraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was this person from over here, Wailuku. Never went to the dentist for extraction that one particular morning. And he was so dumbfounded that, he finally got his teeth fixed. And that was so great to hear from that one particular person. And then the other thing that we found out was that some of these military people were going to restaurants. And, patrons were paying for their meal. And that's how our community appreciate the service.
Wow.
Yeah.
We do that, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
really.
very on top of that.
And they brought food.
And they
yeah.
brought food.
Uh-huh. Wow. Good old down home kind of fellowship.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got, I think that you're talking about the volunteers that you need from the community to help make
Yes,
this happen.
definitely. We need volunteers at all 6 different locations, and in a variety of roles as well. So each role is described on our sign-up sheet, and that sign-up sheet can be accessed by visiting the county website at mauicounty.gov/Tropicare, TROPICCARE.
Cool. So if you've got some time that you can, remember the kids are back in school, so you've got your days free, folks. Oh, what is that? Hello. You're busy back to work. Doing your thing instead of the kids' things. But if you can, put aside 4 hours and do it early in the week, and you may want to go back and do it a couple more times.
It'll be fun.
It'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Now, the volunteers can also get things done,
Sure.
right?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. In fact, our Lions Club, we do have some optometrists retired, some dental doctors retired. They're so excited that they probably volunteer for several days.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I never thought about that. That's great.
Yeah.
So people who might be nervous about what they're getting into when they come in there, they can kind of work with them a little bit
Exactly.
and get them ready, prepared for that visit. Wow. Can you believe we covered it?
Yeah, thank you so much, Susie.
Hey, I just hope everybody out there spreads the word, because you may not need the service or think that
Yep.
you want to do this for yourself.
And you know what? If you don't have a computer to access the site, just call the mayor's office at 270-7855, and we can talk to you, meet with you in person, whatever. Any way we can somehow involve you or give you more information, we're accessible by phone, 270-7855.
Is there an age limit, a minimum for people getting the services? I know we mentioned the school kids can get their sports physicals. I mean, can you bring in somebody like your 5-year-old?
You could, depending, and it's up to the military whether or not they have the resources, depending on what that service is.
Gotcha.
So I mean, if you're expecting a pediatric visit for something really specific,
Right.
that may or may not happen.
Right.
It just depends on what's available
Okay. But
or who's available.
we assume we're mostly talking about adults,
Correct.
teenagers at
Yep.
least,
Yeah.
At least.
kind of thing. Okay. Wow. I can see the people going through there. Yeah. The vision because we saw it before.
Mhm,
Yeah. And I appreciate your thoughts that get there early, get in that line and get it done, because I would imagine that it just grows throughout the day.
One other thing I wanted to just make a shout out to people is sponsorship opportunities are also available. So if any businesses out there want to help out, provide a sponsorship at whatever level, they're encouraged to call Carrie Luna Nunokawa at Maui United Way.
Gotcha. Now sponsorship, what are they doing? They're paying for some incidentals that they need here?
Yeah, I mean, there are various costs that we have to incur, such as trash collection, porta potties, what have you. The shirts for our volunteers, refreshments, office supplies. So all of those costs, add up. And so we need sponsorships. And that's why Maui United Way is available. They're ready to help us, but they need funds. So any sponsorship opportunity interests, please call Carrie at Maui United Way.
Great. Thank you. That's a good thing to think about, because we keep saying everything's free, everything's free. Yeah, to you, the public.
To you, the public,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so, any last minute thoughts? Anything we haven't emphasized enough? That
Just a big mahalo to all of the people who have been with us,
Yes.
shaping these clinics. Couldn't say enough to St. Teresa's, Wyola
Yeah.
Church, the college, just all the people along the way who are helping us to make this possible for the community.
Yeah.
A huge mahalo.
can't believe you did it in 3 months last time, huh?
3 months. and thanks to Department of Health, they did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
thank you
anytime.
so much
Yeah.
to the state.
Thank you to the partnership with the counties.
And is this happening on any other island, or are we at Maui County?
They actually, there was also a mission on Hawaii Island last month in Kea'au. So this does happen in various parts of the United States. On a regular basis, I believe it happens on Kauai almost every year for the last 5 years.
Oh,
at least.
really?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah. And a whole different planning group and another 350 people or so.
Wow. Thank you all for coming
Thank you,
and
Susan.
joining
Thank
us
you.
and getting
Thanks,
word
Susan.
out. And we hope that everyone out there has gotten some valuable information. And if you have any last minute questions or thoughts,
Call the mayor's office 270-7855.
there we go, and find out for yourself. And please go take advantage of this. I was going to say once in a lifetime opportunity, but hopefully it'll happen again.
Maybe.
Maybe. Joe may
Thank you,
not be
Susan.
involved, but it may. Thank you very much, Joe.
Thank you.
Kalani.
Mahalo.
Lynn, thank you. Have a great, what is that, 9 days?
9 days.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. We're going to turn the show over now to talk a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters and what's happening with them here on Maui. We've got with us J.D. Wyatt, who is in charge. Well, you're now. You got to clarify for me what this division is now. That I know they've had a foundation forever.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Susie.
You don't know what you're
yeah,
doing.
I'm trying to figure it out still. No, we have a 501c3 foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters Hawaii, that our sole purpose is to fundraise and acquire funds for drop down into program, and we drop that money down into program 100%. So that. Yeah, before running, just the Maui Big Brothers Big Sisters program and donation center, now that's a statewide position, and I started that back in December of last year. So having a couple islands of responsibility for, we're still acquiring products and partnering with Savers. They have a couple stores still on Oahu.
Oh, on Oahu. Okay.
Yep, and we are in negotiations in the process with an actual retailer coming to Maui. Hopefully that'll be happening soon, because we have built such a great supply chain here on Maui, and really serving the community right, keeping things out of the landfill that don't need to be there, providing lower cost clothing for people whose budgets just aren't capable of going to bigger department stores, and certainly people with kids, when the kids are outgrowing a shirt
Right.
or a pair of pants every 5 days, it seems like. So it's a real honor to actually be running the statewide presence, because again, we have programs on all islands, with the exception of Molokai and Lanai, and though we're trying to still do some of that work, we have a big responsibility as the foundation, right? We've got Hawaii Island, we have Kauai, we have Maui, and we have Oahu. That's a lot of program staff. That's a lot of program expense. And actually, when I was listening to Lynn and Joe and Kalani, and I kept thinking to myself, I've turned into a real nonprofit director, because all I could think of was the in-kind value of all those services that are going to be provided, right? I
Right.
mean, we're talking millions of dollars of in-kind value.
Yep.
So what a program. What a great thing for the community, and to essentially take it to a point where, hey, no questions asked kind of thing. Because when it comes to health, people's health, right, that can be a problem for people to admit maybe they have health issues or something, and to have that opportunity to go in and just say, hey, can you just tell me if I'm okay, right? or
Right.
Can you check my teeth and my vision? It's really a great program. So I was really impressed with that first segment, by the way.
Yeah, that's. I just, I keep thinking that there's so many people who, as you say, well, you didn't really say it. I think it because there's so many people who don't want to know.
Right.
Is kind of the thing, and it's like, just go find out. I mean, come on. We keep talking about it in so many diseases. If you find out early, you can fix it.
Right.
You find out late, it's too late in many cases. This is a perfect place to float that trial balloon, if you will. Go and see if something that's bothering you is a problem or is festering as a problem. So I think it's a great opportunity for people, and the idea that you don't have to sign anything, you don't have to
Right.
say who you are. There's no records kept.
Right.
That's
Which is interesting
incredible.
because I'm always wondering, well, how do you get grant support for that, right? When you're supposed to report on your activities, and you're like, well, we can't really tell you, but it was really great.
Well, it's because it's a military thing. That's all in their
Right,
hands. I mean,
right.
they're the ones that get the money to bring their people over here. So it's like, whatever they do, however they count, they have no way of knowing who you are when you walk in that door.
Well, what I thought too is, like our programs, like our mentoring programs, they're preventative in nature, right? And so these every person that goes there, they might actually be using this service and not costing, down the line more services that they would
Correct.
potentially need, right? So being a preventative nature, it's really intelligent because it's getting out in front of the curve a little bit. So not only does it have the benefit of if you have something wrong with you, now but like you said, you can get on it, you can get on your treatments or whatever you need to do, and hopefully not have a bigger price to pay later down the road.
Right. So we just want to give another shout out to everybody that follow up on that August 11th through 19th at the various locations that they mentioned. And do go to their website, or even just, if you want, you can just Google Tropicare.
With 2 C's.
2 C's.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You
'cause
seem to have a hard time getting your hands around that one a
no,
little
there
bit.
was everything that I saw here that had the words combined had just 1 C, and I'm sitting here going, okay, well they know they got the website, so try it with 2. If it doesn't work, take out 1. I don't know, but if it's used as 2 words, obviously it's no problem. And if you Google it, just do Tropic Care
Right.
2018 Maui or something like whatever it is, and it'll give you all the information.
Makes me want to go volunteer. Honestly, those are the kind of things that for those of us that run nonprofits, we so value our volunteers,
Right.
and we're so appreciative. And sometimes someone who just shows up with an attitude of "What do you need me to do?"
Right.
is the greatest thing in the world. I'd like to be on that other end, right, and say, "Okay, what do you need me to do?"
Right.
Because a lot of times volunteer service for me, I just did another tour of Kohalave
did you?
about 4 or 5 months ago, and it reminds me of the selflessness of a volunteer and some of the work associated with that. And in my mind, there's no better feeling
Right.
than the heart of a volunteer is something I always have so much appreciation and respect for. So to actually be a volunteer, that's a good thing too. Yeah.
Well, you can probably fit in Saturday morning, and now I don't want anybody to use the August 11th going to Tropicare as an excuse for not voting. Remember, that's primary voting day.
Yeah, because people have all kinds of excuses for not voting, so no need to add another one to it.
Right. So go vote. Go vote early. Polls open at 7. Right. I think.
Is it that early?
Yeah, we have to be there at 5:30. It better be 7. Anyway.
Jeez.
Anyway, so polls open at 7. Go vote, and then come down for the 8 o'clock opening at Tropicare.
Yeah, and then go volunteer. And then you still have the whole day to do whatever you like, right? Go to the
Right.
beach, go hiking, play some golf,
Yeah.
whatever you like.
Yeah. So, or if you need to ponder how you're going to vote, go to Tropicare and then go vote.
Maybe there might be some information you learn in your health that leads you to vote a certain direction. I don't know. Let's hope that's not the case.
We're getting way off base here.
Yeah,
Let's.
this has nothing to do with my foundation, Susie.
Okay, so getting back to, we got to take a short break and then we'll get back to it.
Fair enough.
Aloha from Pacific Source, and thank you for your support over the years. Pacific Source has offered more of what builders and homeowners value most in building materials and cabinet design. We've done this by offering superior customer service and products, as well as by designing kitchens and baths that are intelligent and elegant while staying true to your vision and budget. Visit our showroom in Waikapu in Central Maui, where we display a variety of cabinets as well as top-name appliances like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Viking, KitchenAid, and more. We display countertops, tile and wood flooring, and several brands of windows and doors, including Fleetwood multi-slides and La Cantina folding doors. Come in and talk to our designers about making your dreams become a reality. From concept to completion, we really believe our attention to detail and superior service are what sets us apart. Let us show you what we mean. We are a Pacific Source at 515 East Oahe Way in the Consolidated Base Yard in Waikapu, just off Waiko Road. Call us at 986-0380. That's 986-0380, or look us up online at packsource.com.
And we are back. This is Maui Nonprofit Notes, the weekly radio show where we talk story with our Maui nonprofit executive directors and staff to find out what they're working on to support their members, their clients, and our community in general. And the first half of the show, we were talking about Tropicare, which we'll talk about no more. That they're done.
No, their time's over.
Well, it might pop up here again later, but
could.
that's okay. And we're talking with J.D. Wyatt about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Now, I think a lot of people thought that collecting clothes and gently used items was done when Savers closed their doors here.
Yeah, for a little while I thought maybe we were as well. But, any good business plan has the ability to, when it sees a road bump, to either drive over it or steer around it or figure out another route, right? And like I said, I have an extraordinary staff. The supply chain, it's a unique business. It's a difficult, challenging business. You can imagine my teams go out and they're lifting, 3,000 to 4,000 pounds a day, and they lift it twice. So it's a tough job. But ultimately, using that as a vehicle to enter into a contract to support a program like Big Brothers Big Sisters is the best way for me to approach it. You know me. I love to go out and earn that income. Grant writing and everything, that's earning an income as well. I love the ability for us to be able to kind of control degrees of income that we get. Right, the harder we work, the more efficient we are. The payoff is more money for our programs, and the benefits of that are the little boys and girls out there that we serve. And so the motivation to do that is so much stronger from my old days of profit and loss being the only consideration of anything. It still is a consideration, right? Because I can't take away from that. But gaining efficiencies, working a business plan, adjusting to market conditions that could automatically take you out. Think about it if you had a grant and in the middle of the year they just said, you know what, no, we've stopped paying on that. That was what we were faced with. And we completely turned on a dime and changed our operational model. That's when we started loading containers and shipping them out. And that program money stayed on Maui, right? That was the key to all of this. Even in my statewide position, that is each island keeps its income that it earns. So being able to talk with a potential new retailer and get back to where there's a service here on Maui and a retail business that actually helps the community as well. Maybe not on the level of our nonprofit services, but certainly like we talk about income and budgets. It's a great option to have. And I hope that we see that by the end of this year, because the community has really missed that store. I mean,
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so, because weren't they one of the busiest stores they had?
They were, when you scaled them, yes. When the Halloween business that they did each year, they were the #1 store in their entire chain of 290 of them. And that stretches over multiple countries, by the way. Savers is in Australia, is in New Zealand, they're in Canada. They're all over North America. So yeah, when you think about Maui, all of a sudden being #1 in that particular niche category, pretty impressive. So I've even looked into maybe doing some pop-up stores here for Halloween. This is not going to be a typical nonprofit conversation, I know, but all of these things and all these what I ask of my staff, their range, their ability. It's not just my foundation staff, my program staff, Shar Tomas, my operations manager, Courtney Kawa, who's our Maui regional director. Just makes I could come in and drink coffee all morning, and I think everything's going to be fine with those kind of people around me. But it really does take a united effort and a united group to endure major changes like that, and to literally within a week or two be on a new plan that is moving us forward.
Right.
That's where we're at.
Now, you mentioned earlier that all islands ship things to Oahu now, to the Savor stores?
No. There's the only islands that collect are Oahu and Maui. And on Oahu,
Okay.
there's 3 partners over there. There's 2 other agencies that serve that Savor store as well as us. On Maui, I've become the collection point for everyone, right? Lynn does work with the Boy Scouts. We had just set them up on a partnership. We work with Women Helping Women, Maui Family Youth Services, right? We're there for anyone who wants to go collect clothing. We'll take it. We'll do all the hard work, and then we'll just pay a nice net.
I see.
So that's in play. I've had to slow some things down a little bit because without having a retailer, right? There's so much. Our community is so wonderful in the way that it gives here that it's created almost like a little backlog. So I'm still moving stuff around and getting creative on a daily basis.
Well, I think that you kind of hit the nail on the head earlier when you said the thing we've lost is the ability to reuse those clothes. And for many people, I mean, that probably made their budgets work.
Absolutely. You know the fine lines here in Maui County. They are real. And I'll tell you, not just even having the opportunity to go out and if you're willing to shop a little hard, right, and do some extra work to find your bargains, not even to have a chance at it, but the greater catastrophe would be if all that clothing and all those kitchen items and stuff were going right into our landfill.
Right.
So I had people initially concerned that I was shipping products off island, and I said, well, but the money and the income earned is for the Maui program, and I'd rather ship it off island and let someone else deal with it at that point than to put it in our landfill or to starve our
Right.
programs.
Right.
So though we've had some people they just, that's not an acceptable answer to them. There's not much I can do about that. But I think when you look at the way that we do things and how we run our foundation, our intentions are quite clear, and our program is our priority. And the days of me, in the old days, I'd look at every expense category, right, and look to sharpen a little bit because there was a outcome that was favorable. Well, I still do that because like I said, the payoff, the extra margins, anything that we can do to reduce a cost and increase a revenue is a direct benefit to the kids programs here on Maui. And our mentor center, I hired a wonderful lady, Kapua, who runs our mentor center. Maui County is now really stepping up and helping support that along with United Way. And I'll tell you, we're doing a summer lunch feeding program again for the 3rd year in the Hale Makana community. And it's amazing where that's going. It's amazing. I'm starting to see faces that, remember I've told you for years I've watched them grow. Now I'm seeing these new faces and I'm like, who's that? And that's such a wonderful thing because it just means that our services are bringing in more families and children in need, and we're able to serve them. And to have a hot lunch during summer at our facility, and be able to, anyone under 18, and again, you don't have to show me an ID, you don't have to prove residency. I'm gonna kind of parrot off Lynn a little bit. You just have to be a resident in that community and have a desire and want to come have a nutritional meal. So when I look at our agency, as it's evolving and adapting, it just makes me, I'm our biggest advocate now just because I'm so bought in, I don't know what to do with myself, Susie. I've convinced myself that this is,
You're hooked.
I am hooked, and I see it in the faces. How I measure that is determine how much program we do, how many kids we're serving, and what kind of impact we have. And if that's the measurement, can't lose.
There you are. Now, at one point, you were doing was it a community garden or some sort of a garden?
Yeah, we developed that. That's right. I'm trying to remember the last time I was on the show.
It's been a while.
But we had a grant from the folks at Monsanto to build a community garden, and nothing can help bring people together like food. And we wanted to provide more nutritional, more healthy, food options. And why not a great way to build some wonderful, little plant beds? And we've been growing lettuce, tomatoes. We had I saw the first salad from that was like a cucumber and tomato salad, and so. If we can bring the parents in and get the kids into working into the garden in that community, it gives, again, another outlet for a positive activity and connecting, nature and food and our ability to control those things should put it into perspective and be a great mentoring experience just by itself. So in the summer, it's a little quieter around there, but yeah, expect to see more and more from our mentor center in the future.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Something that I've always thought about in the back of my mind, but I don't think I've ever asked you, and that is, do little sisters, little brothers become bigs?
They do, and when it does, it's like the aha moments illuminated under a huge a massive light, because what you see when that's occurring is the connection that was so powerful when they were little. They were able to, as they aged and they matured, understood how important it was to them, and then they want to pass that on. And I'm back to the heart of a volunteer, right? And when you see in our school-based programs, when you see freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors mentoring middle school kids and elementary children, that should be the basis of the formation, right, for how they're going to move forward. And so to me, that connection is huge. We've got to find a way to better take advantage, though, of that activity when it's happening, so we can let the community know, right? Because being preventative organization means that if you can show the outcomes later down the line, it really strengthens, the ability for people to believe in and trust your programs. And typically our agency has said, hey, when a child's 18, they're kind of, we move them down the road. I'd like to keep track of them more through the adult life, because I have a feeling we'd find some stories that are pretty impressive that originated with a kindness towards them, that they really got it, and then they perpetuated that same kindness.
And there may be reasons for the time difference, a few years to get their lives organized as adults.
We all season at different rates, don't we? I was a little slow out of the gate. I didn't do all my college prep in high school, and by the time I got to a senior and all my friends were going to colleges, I'm like, hey, I think I'd like to go with you. And someone was saying, well, I don't know. You may have missed that calculus class, right? But that's okay. I've often thought that it doesn't matter when it arrives to you to be selfless and to look to help others with no benefit for yourself. Because when it does arrive, that is the right time. That's the right time for the individual. And I wouldn't want a volunteer that was there because they felt like they needed to do something for a resume or because someone told them they should do it. I want a volunteer that wants to be there because they understand what we're doing and they want to be a part of it. It's often how I look at my particular role in program. I'm not a direct program provider, right? That's not my background. But the opportunity to work with my staff and to maintain the closeness that we do and for everyone to understand their parts, it makes everyone, from anyone who's driving a truck to sitting in one of my pods collecting clothing to the actual caseworkers, it makes them all feel like what they do is a big part of that puzzle. And guess what? It's true.
That's right.
It's absolutely true. And I think that good leadership dictates that you let your people know in all areas, in all departments, that what they do matters, and what they are collectively is the whole, right? So it's just the nonprofit world is, again, I'm just kind of sucked into it, right?
Yeah, you are.
Because there's so many great organizations on Maui. Every time I hear someone give a speech, and ED, I just I contemplate, wow, look at the work they're doing, right? And then you think, well, people probably think that about what you do. Look at what you do with Lokahi. That's a real incredible thing that you do, right? I mean, you're putting people in homes.
It's true. That's true.
What better security and self-esteem builder is there that you could be a part and live in your own home, and have the responsibility to pay for it and the rewards of taking care of it.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes we do things and we don't really understand the scope of the outcome.
I think that was really true for me in the case with Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's almost been 7 years now that
Has it really?
yeah, time is flying. And though I knew about the organization, though in my past talks with you, you know about how important mentoring's been for me, I still didn't really fully grasp the outcomes and really what we were doing and what was the, all the components to that and how it really affected the kids until I was immersed in it, right? And then you talk to the volunteers, and the payoff for them is oftentimes as strong as it is for the kids. So how do you not get inspired in those environments?
That's true.
Right? I'm gullible. We talked gullible earlier. When it comes to inspiration, I get really gullible, right? When someone's inspiring, I'm all in because you know what, that just helps me understand my role and what I'm trying to do, and helps me try and always do better.
So where are you now with bigs and littles? Do you need bigs? You always do, I think.
We always need bigs. We in particular always need big brothers. We've done some radio campaigns for the first time in many years earlier this year, and that started, helping the equation. But I'm guaranteed that the big brother equation is a problem I have yet to find the right solution for. But in our school programs, our school programs are maxed, right? We're at our maximum levels. Our mentor center, we're at a maximum level. The only place that we're not at that maximum level is Big Brothers, and unfortunately, I've got a whole lot of little brothers waiting for them. So yeah, volunteering and for us is not like volunteering,
for 4 hours of trophic care.
It's a little bit more of a commitment,
Right.
but for the right person at the right stage of their life who wants to change a life and have a wonderful impact on a child and a family, it's a great program.
Right. For more information, who should they call?
Well, call our agency, 242-9754. You can talk to Courtney Cowish or Tomas, myself. Go to the website, bbshawaii.org. Look at all the different island programs. We'll be talking Gingerbread House pretty soon.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Christmas time already, so I'll be looking for support for that and some other things. We just finished bowling, the 32nd annual bowling, I think it was.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still up at the bowling center, huh?
Yeah, I had another 300. It's amazing.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, seems like every year.
On that, we're going to close our discussion with JD. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your being here and sharing your program with everybody.
Thank you, Susie, and thank you for all you do.
And we look for the update, and hopefully we get that retail store in here and can start buying some of the products.
I'll want to buy up a couple hours of radio time on your program.
There
for that.
you go.
Yeah.
And we'll sell it.
Good.
Maui Nonprofit Notes is sponsored as a community service by Pacific Source, the builder's choice. Give Paul and his staff a call at 986-0380 or stop by their showroom in the Waikapu Bayshard on East Oahe Way to see how they can help you with your building project. Oh boy, this has been a fast hour, hasn't it? There's never ceases to amaze me the things that are going on in our community, and I think one of the things that we talked about today is super exciting, and that's the Tropicare system that's coming in and really will be of benefit to everyone in the community. So please check that out either on the website at the Maui County site or by calling the mayor's office. And please go get your health checked, get your it's your health period. It's dental, vision, and general health. August 11th through 19th. We also want to thank JD Wyatt for being here and talking about Big Brothers Big Sisters and what's happening at their agency. We want to thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to join us again next week right here, same time, same place, when we'll feature 2 other member agencies of the Maui Nonprofit Directors Association. My name is Susie Tiemann, Executive Director of Lokahi Pacific, and your host. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week, everyone. Aloha.